The Texas Chainsaw Massacre has released their muerto times and new update coming out in the future. What does it really matter? The DVD killer out there has since August had a player base of 10,000 plus players, but now it's been showing on Steam charts to have less than 1,000 players on average, with a peak of 1,300.
Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
That's a 90% drop in less than 6 months. And why the sudden drop from players? Well, people are complaining about obviously playing against higher ranked people. The MMR is all terrible. The wait times are all terrible. It has just been a complete nightmare. The last victim and the last family member were off of a paywall of $10 per character. And the new map has been something, but only 4 maps in the game and not that much to do in it, being eliminated in the first 1 minute. It is a huge nightmare with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They've been trying to please everyone with taking Leatherface out of the picture in the beginning, but still, that has not fixed the problems. Let's now go with the changes coming to Texas Chainsaw Massacre in the near future. And first off, why don't we start off with a paywall? Execution packs are going to be coming to the family members, because who does not want to spend about $5 or more to get new executions when you're knocking out your victims? Now, this is something that, a lot of people have seen, like, DVD, you have the same execution over and over and over. And yeah, they've tweaked it from here and there. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre is actually making you pay for all these new execution packs, which I think is a little bit messed up. There are going to be a bunch of new weapon skins as well, which are going to cost you a little bit of money. But the only thing I don't like is that on DVD, yes, there's a lot of things that they come out with 1,000 freaking cosmetics. Yes, I almost own every single Dwight cosmetic out there, but a lot of them are purchased with shards. So the more you progress in the game, the more you're able to use your shards to purchase those cosmetics. Texas Chainsaw Massacre doesn't have that. Ladies and gentlemen, not all is bad, because you are going to be getting 2 free cosmetics out there. Finally, we're going to be getting the Shirtless Johnny. Yes, ladies, Shirtless Johnny is coming, because he's been working hard in the yard, guarding all those things out there, and he's going to be without a shirt, playing for you all as well. For all my men out there, or ladies as well, if you ever thought about taking Sissy down the aisle for a wedding day, well, she will have a new Bride Sissy's coming out cosmetic. So these cosmetics will be free, so let's all cheer for the free cosmetics.
Hip, hip. Hooray!
A new mode is going to be coming to Texas Chainsaw Massacre called Museum Mode, where you're able to move around the family house and take photos and solve some puzzles. I guess it's something that's more like a solo player, so you can actually explore the family house instead of getting murdered in the first 2-3 minutes of the game. I don't know. There is a new victim and new family member in the world being worked on, and the new characters, we will get a new map, which is going to be called The Mill. Now, the cool thing about this map is that it will play much differently than we've had so far. It is much more vertical, so up and down. I always forget which is vertical and horizontal, but it's more vertical with 4 players levels featuring a dry creek bed. The mills vertically will change the gameplay as players can go up and down these floors. I actually like this concept. Kind of reminds me of the steel cage match in WCW.
And Randy Anderson's got to follow him in.
Yeah,
Flair and Arn Anderson are down.
And how fresh are these guys here?
But I think changing the map and giving somebody a little bit different might actually help out. I want to ask you all, what do you all think of these future updates for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down? I'm going to give you my opinion right now. But I want you all to let me know what you think in the comments below, and let's continue on. Now let's get into the Muerto Times with their 7th edition, discussing perk rebalancing, Danny, and more of what they've been working on. Now, the only thing I've noticed about this, they used to, when the first game came out, they popped out a Muerto Times pretty much almost every 2 weeks or almost every week. They have said lately that they're going to be releasing it when new updates are going to be coming out. So it is something a little bit changing. It's not always going to be every single week. The main one being the grapple tuning. So one thing that I used to hate, and this is going to be good for victim players, is family will no longer be able to instantly execute victims while they are in grapple with another family member. How many times have we gone to almost the exit gate of the family house, stab someone, go into a struggle, and then here comes Bubba out of nowhere and just wrecks you right there like 5 feet away. Now, Leatherface will destroy items faster. Now that could bring back Leatherface into the game, because holy crap, you got a chainsaw and it takes you about 5 seconds to cut down through a bunch of barriers. But him changing it and breaking stuff a lot quicker might make it a lot more fun to play with him, so we'll see how that works. Some perks are being rebalanced and brought back as well, especially for Danny, who for some reason had a bunch of perks taken away. Game is also looking into spawn point issues. I am assuming with victims, crashing and loading issues, and Nancy exploits. The reason I'm saying more for victims, I think that usually the family members are all based off of certain areas, depending on who you play. Maybe there might have been spawn point issues since there's no more Leatherface, that if you pick, let's say, a Sissy, Johnny, and a Hitchhiker, they all spawn pretty much like in the wrong spots or anything like that. Who knows? The team has mentioned matchmaking tweaks by saying, the team has been working on matchmaking and we've seen improvements on our end with today's latest change. We want to hear from you about you and your matchmaking experience today. I'm going to be honest, I have not played Texas Chainsaw Massacre in a while, so I will be testing out the matchmaking and see how it works. So those are the changes coming to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, many of these games have started off very strong and they all ended the same way. We've all seen Evil Dead do a bunch of releases and a bunch of updates, and that game is pretty much dead right now in the water. God knows how long the server is going to be open. Video Horror Society saw the same thing with their paywall system, and they went out. And also with Friday the 13th closing their servers at the end of 2024, what will happen with Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Can it hold on till then to continue into 2025? We also have Killer Clowns from Outer Space, hopefully maybe coming out this year with the new developing team that came out and bought the rights for it. We don't know what's going to be happening. Outlast Trials comes out on March for the console, so that might take a bunch of players out of there, because I am very excited to be playing Outlast Trials with my friends that have PlayStation or console, because I do play it on Steam. Dead by Daylight is also stating to come out with a new mode called Dark Mode. They just released Alan Wake, they released Chucky, they got the Return of Stranger Things. The anniversary is going to be coming out soon. Could be getting Vecna from Stranger Things. Who knows what DVD is going to be coming out, because we've been getting a lot of chapters that are like licensed. So DVD is going up to where they need to, and all these other games are just falling short. So I don't know what's going to be happening. Remember, the money is there on these other, on DVD. These other companies are a little bit smaller, so sometimes if they don't have the support from people or these paywalls, obviously they cannot, financially do it. But we'll see what knows. I want to know in the comments below what you all think. And game on, horror fans.